Hi viewers, cooking is an art. I'm sure everybody knows when cooking you have to keep smiling. If you don't smile and do the cooking, I'm sure the cooking won't be tasty as such. So now today I'm going to do a pudding. I'm sure you like to have a pudding after a meal. Of course, after a lunch or dinner we love to have a dessert. Today I'm going to do tiramisu. It's an Italian pudding. So this Italian pudding, different ways we can do. Because something easy if I can show you, and definitely you will try it out. So first thing, I have to make a sponge cake. So we will make the sponge cake and then we will go on to the rest of it. So to make the sponge cake, we need 2 eggs, 60 grams sugar, 60 grams flour, half a teaspoon baking powder, a pinch of salt, lime juice and half a teaspoon vanilla. Rest of the ingredients, we need coffee, 2 teaspoons of coffee, 2 cups of water, 2 teaspoons corn flour, 1 tablespoon of cocoa, gelatin 2 teaspoons, cheese, jam, whipping cream and 2 eggs. First thing, I'm going to make the sponge cake. Please watch how I'm making the sponge cake. When you make the sponge cake, I said 2 eggs. When I use 2 eggs, that is for 1 egg, always 30 grams of sugar and flour we have to use. So if I use 2 eggs, actually we need 60 grams sugar, 60 grams flour, half a teaspoon baking powder. Now see how I'm going to do sponge cake. To make the sponge cake, we need first beating the egg whites. So 2 egg whites I have taken, 2 egg whites, beat it very stiff. Especially when you make sponge cake, it's a must. Egg white should be beaten very stiff. Increase the beating, that is the speed. Once you get the speed and you can see the egg whites being beaten, little by little I am going to add the sugar. Sugar 60 grams, I told you 60 grams. Please remember adding 60 grams slowly. Don't add all the sugar together. 60 grams sugar, you add it little by little. Now, once the sugar gets dissolved, I have 2 egg yolks. We took 2 eggs, I am sure you know. Now we add the yolk. 1 egg yolk at a time. 1 egg yolk at a time we add, beat this. Now we stop it. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to add the flour. Always flour when you add with the baking powder. If you can sift it together, it's better. That is half a teaspoon only I need. I don't use 1 teaspoon, half a teaspoon only you put. And a pinch of salt. It will be tasty when you use a pinch of salt. Sift it together. While I am mixing, I will add the lime juice. The reason we use the lime juice, I am sure everybody knows, the egg smell should not come. That's the reason that we add only for sponge cake, especially for sponge cake, we use a little lime juice and a little bit of, I said half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. So now the sponge cake mixture is ready. After adding all the ingredients, especially the flour, baking powder, salt, sifted ones and all this added, we have to beat it. We added lime and vanilla. Now the mixture is ready. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to put this into a tray. The tray that I have taken is 9 by 6. The oil paper plus the sides, you butter it nicely. Put the mixture into the tray. Oil paper and then butter. Now see, mixture. Put this mixture into the tray. I am going to bake this sponge cake for 20 minutes. 180 centigrades, 360 Fahrenheit. We will bake at 20 minutes and take it. If I say 20 minutes, the oven is there. You can see the glass. Once it is baked, it might be even 18 minutes. If it is baked, please take it immediately so that the sponge cake will look really soft and nice. Once the sponge cake is ready, I am going to cut into small strips. Into the tray, see what I am doing. I am arranging this. You might be wondering why I cut it. Actually, I have to cut this because then only the rest of it will go inside. Now the sponge cake, I have put it into that. Now what I am going to do is the jam. Take this jam, spread it over. Strawberry jam, you just spread it over. Okay, now that is done. So now what we are going to do is, we will keep this aside and make the mixture that I am going to do. Egg whites, 2 egg whites I have taken. I am going to beat it very well and then add the whipping cream also, mix and keep aside. So see what I am doing. 2 egg whites, beat. Now this mixture is ready. Now what I am going to do is keep this aside, and the 2 yolks are there. So what I am going to do is put the yolks into a bowl, 2 egg yolks into the bowl, and I use the sugar, 150 grams of sugar, that also you put it into that. Mix it well. And keep this aside. Now what I am going to do is, I have taken 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water. Into the saucepan. 2 cups of water. Now we take gelatin, 2 teaspoons of gelatin I am adding into the water. Now we will add the coffee, 2 teaspoons of coffee I am adding, mix it, and 2 teaspoons of, take it quickly, I have put a little more corn flour. Corn flour also you add it. Keep it on heat. Cook till it's thickened. Since we have added the corn flour, this is getting thick. Now the mixture is getting thickened. Take off heat. Cool it. Cool it slightly. And I am going to add the egg yolk and the sugar. Now what I am going to do is mascarpone, cheese. I am adding the cheese. It's called mascarpone cheese. If we can't get that, we can use any other cheese even, no problem. Only thing, the taste will differ. Once you mix all this, see, I am going to pour it over the sponge cake and jam. Now we will add the whipping cream and the egg whites. Slowly spread it out over this. Right. Now over this I am going to add the cocoa. All this time we didn't add the cocoa, we didn't mix it with the mixture. We have to only add it like this. Over that, definitely we have to use the cooking chocolate. This is called the tiramisu, and it's my way of doing. My version of this is this tiramisu. This is the tiramisu, which we keep it in the fridge, and if and when I want to take it, I can use it. Either today or tomorrow I could use this. If you enjoy this pudding, you have to like it. And if there is any doubts, if there is any comments, please comment on it so that I can give you the reply. And if you subscribe, I think I will be giving more and more recipes which will be useful for you as well. And whenever you want, you can go through that recipe and try it out.